I appreciate that your reply to talk a little bit, that would be great, was nonverbal.
Welcome to Namely 90s. Wow. The podcast that takes you back to the time before smartphones, Google, and Y2K. Join your hosts as they relive the pop culture that shaped a generation and the parts that many people wish they could forget. Listen in to the conversation about how the decade defined those who spent their childhood there and how it shaped them as adults. So, turn down the grunge and dial up the internet. Let's get started. It's time for Namely 90s.
That's right, you're listening to Namely 90s. My name is Brandon, and over there is Rachel. Andrew is stuck on a 6.5-hour drive. That's definitely taking longer than that. You can find us online at namely90s.com, on YouTube or Bluesky at Namely90s with the 90s. And finally, if you'd like to support the show, consider checking out our Patreon page at patreon.com/namely90s, also with a 90s. Welcome, Rachel. Welcome to the podcast.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
Yeah, of course. Thank you for helping us out. Andrew specifically said when I asked him, do we need to record one more time while I was home? Nah, I'm free later in the week after you get back. And now we're here, recording less than 2 hours, 2.5 hours before I need to release this episode. So I greatly appreciate you being here. For those of you listening, Rachel, would you like to introduce yourself? Would you like me to introduce you?
Let's see what you got. I would like you to introduce me.
Rachel's the most awesome person in the world. She is I would say never listen to the podcast, but I think I've thrown enough stuff at her over.
I'm Olympic champion.
Yes. 7'4".
10-foot wingspan.
Former professional WNBA coach.
Weighing in at 395, but still effeminate.
Yes, because when you're 7'7", the weight kind of bounces out along the stretch. Got all the curves and the brains and the brawn and the beauty. Thanks for. Yes. Enough that you could just you have enough riz to just carry this entire episode yourself. But as me being me, I'm going to carry this episode, or at least carry us through it, because well, it's my podcast. Andrew's gone. No, this is let's call this, I'm going to call this a coda, or an epilogue to season 3 of Namely 90s. We just came off of 2 episodes. We reduced our 12 days of Christmas specials this past year to 2 days and no guests. Shout out to all of our lovely guests from the past 4 years. And we just did some audio commentaries for Seinfeld and Friends. And that was our lesser Christmas present to the community and to our listeners. But season 4 Namely 90s, we're gonna kick it up. We're gonna go hard. But I figure I would wait until Andrew gets back for some announcements on that. And in the meantime, we get Rachel, who like you just heard, is a outer space wizard from before time and can see eternity. But specifically was born in a time period close to myself, in that we were children in the 90s. Yeah. Do you remember the 90s at all?
Plus or minus. Born in the 80s.
You're born in the 80s. We're relatively the same age. What do you remember about the 90s while I have you? What background information would you like our clearly pearl clutching listeners worried about your 90s credentials? What can you offer them?
Highlight reel, we had the Hanson brothers, we had Jelly sandals.
Oh yeah.
Um, a girl named Benet Ramsey.
Oh, John Benet Ramsey.
Ramsey.
Wow.
And yeah, it got dark real fast.
Real fast. To be fair, I don't think you're the first person to immediately go to John Benet Ramsey when thinking of the 90s. Did you ever get dressed up and do pageants like she did? Or murdered? One or the other?
Sure didn't.
Oh, that's probably for the best. Probably.
By Googling me, sorry.
Yeah. Can you tell me, because this episode we're going to be focusing on the Golden Globes, not the current ones. We don't get to say Ari, hold my finger, but we are going to be looking back at the Golden Globes from January 21st, 1995. But before we get to that, Rachel, do you have any favorite 90s movies, television, actors, actresses that preferably weren't murdered by their parents?
Yeah, what was the one that was caught shoplifting? She's pretty cool.
About who?
Caught shoplifting.
Oh, Winona Ryder from Beetlejuice.
Yeah.
Which I think came out in the 80s. Think about it, 89, 90. Maybe it was 90. I don't know. Yeah, Winona Ryder, Stranger Things. She was really cool. Some would say similar fashion senses.
And Home Alone. Top hit.
Home Alone, great movie. His brother cleaned up last year at the Emmys, I think, right? Kieran. Well, so the younger brother played the cousin in Home Alone. Kieran Culkin. He was the one that wet the bed. The kid with the glasses. Anyway, yeah. He actually became. He grew up to be a pretty good actor. Any favorite Nicktoon, Disney Channel show? Power Rangers.
Yeah, I was more of a network person myself, so gotta go with Dexter's Lab.
Dexter's Lab, love it. I remember Cow and Chicken, Johnny Bravo.
Yeah, Cow and Chicken goes hard.
So hard.
Would be a good Halloween costume.
Would you be cow or chicken?
Oh.
Interesting. I can't wait to see you pay that off in 10 months.
Mystery Men. That came out in the 90s, right?
Mystery Men. I don't remember that one.
What? You know Mystery Men.
Mystery Men. It sounds familiar. Oh, yes. Oh, no. Yes.
Coming Down in History as a good movie, right?
Totally. 1999. Ben Stiller, Jeffrey Rush, William H. Macy, Paul Rubens, Janine Garofalo. Was this an actual comic book adaptation, or was this? Yeah, it was.
Really?
Yeah. I don't think I've actually seen this movie all the way through. And that's her not offering to watch it with me, so darn. I guess I'll have to go find someone else for that. All right. Well, what about fashion trends? Did you enjoy your clothes while you were a 90s child?
Really appreciating the fanny pack making its way back.
Do you appreciate it being referred to as a crossbody bag and people wearing it like a bandolero?
Yeah, I don't know what happened there. Did we just forget how to wear fanny packs? I mean, the word fanny is in the name, so.
True. It's my upper chest fanny.
Yeah,
which is.
Everything pants? I don't know.
I mean, if you get enough cleavage going on, it could be it could look like a fanny. Yeah. Well, thanks for for debriefing us on your 90s affinity, your 90s. Sorry?
Clearly an expert.
Clearly. As much as Andrew or I. So, with that, we're gonna roll into the 52nd Golden Globes, which aired on January 21st, 1995. A lot of things going on. It was held at the Beverly Hilton Hotel in Beverly Hills, California. And it was, hosted by John Larroquette and Janine Turner. Lots of nominees. I think we're going to talk about the television first. We're just going to go over some winners and maybe some nominees, some losers. See what happens. Do you know how the Emmys Emmys. You know how the Golden Globes work, Rachel?
I don't. The Academy Awards somehow?
I think that's the
Oscars?
Yes, the Oscars are the Academy Awards. The Golden Globes usually kick off the award season, I guess. And thought it would be more interesting to tell me how they pick their things. But they don't. So I'm just going to keep rambling incoherently for a few seconds.
Wait. Reading Wikipedia just now?
I was. The Golden Globes are currently presented by the Golden Globe Foundation, an organization representing international journalists who reported on the American entertainment industry. Yes, I was really hoping it would just say how they pick it. I'm assuming nominations and voting. Yep. See, I could have done a better job of prepping for this episode, but I wrote it in like 5 seconds. So, thoughts?
On the Golden Globes, I really appreciate the color gold, so I'm a big fan. And also like that the world is a globe and not flat, so Golden Globes are starting off hot.
That is true. There are protesters out there that are trying to get the Golden Globes to be the golden discs. So,
golden CDs.
Yes, the golden CDs. These nuts. Okay. Television. We're gonna start with some television. Let's start with best series for drama. Among Andrew loves ER. Among the candidates were NYPD Blue, ER, Chicago Hope, and the winner was the X-Files.
Good show.
Good show. You're an X-Files watcher. Did you? The Illuminati sound going off in the background there.
Completely X-Files intro.
Yeah. Did you enjoy Mulder and Scully and their dynamic?
Yeah. Will they, won't they? We don't know.
I think at some point they did have a child, but it could have been an alien.
Yes, we did know.
It's hinted at. I think towards the second or third movie, they finally admit that they're together, or the reboot seasons. But one of them was a dream. I think. I don't know. It got bad. Best comedy or musical series: Frasier, Home Improvement, Seinfeld, and the Mad About You won. Do you remember Mad About You? That was Helen Hunt and Paul Reiser.
Oh, can't say I know that one.
It was on after Friends, I want to say. It was part of that Thursday night lineup on NBC. Yeah. Don't have to talk about Tim Allen. Best actor in a drama series was Dennis Franz for NYPD Blue. He's the balder, larger one that you think of when you think NYPD Blue. Tim Allen won for best comedy. beating out Kelsey Grammer for Frasier, Craig T. Nelson for Coach, Jerry Seinfeld for Seinfeld, Paul Reiser for Mad About You, and Gary Shandling. Did you watch Home Improvement? I love your almost French sounding Tim Allen. Best lead actress in a television series. Claire Danes won for My So-Called Life, which is a show that I've never seen, but I've always heard is good. Good drama. Jane Seymour was nominated for Dr. Quinn, Medicine Woman. Angela Lansbury for Murder, She Wrote. That was still going on. Wow. Heather Locklear for Melrose Place. And Helen Hunt won for Mad About You for Best Comedy or Musical Series, beating out Ellen DeGeneres for Ellen, Candice Bergen for Murphy Brown, and Patricia Richardson on Home Improvement. I feel like I'm just mumbling words at this point. Edward James Olmos won Best Supporting Actor for The Burning Season, a show I've never heard of. Rip to the Max, Raul Julia for Best Actor in a Miniseries or Television Film. The Burning Season is what he was in. Raul Julia, best known to me as the bad guy from the terrible Street Fighter movie, who was like the only person other than Jean-Claude Van Damme putting in 110% in that movie. He was also the Gomez in the live action Addams Families movies. And yeah, Diane Keaton was in a miniseries about Amelia Earhart, The Final Flight. Any thoughts on 1994's television winners before we move on to the movies? We're going too fast.
I mean, it's fast enough. Big Claire fan, so that's glad that she got a shout out.
Oh yeah, rip to the Mac. Well, so in 1994, I was looking at the In Memoriam segment included Raul Julia, Burt Lancaster, and John Candy, best known as Uncle Buck, or the guy that gave Kevin's mom a lift home in Home Alone.
Yes.
Yeah. Also Cesar Romero, who was, I believe, the first live action Joker. Rip to the Max. All right. Moving on to motion picture. Best motion picture. We had nominations for Pulp Fiction, Nell, Quiz Show, Legends of the Fall, and Forrest Gump. Wow, Legends of the Fall. Slow movie year, aside from Pulp Fiction and Forrest Gump, in my opinion. Are you a Forrest Gump fan?
We said life's like box of chocolates. You can't not like Forrest Gump, but it makes me think, like, Jenny was kind of an asshole.
Oh yeah. And not that it's Haley Joel Osment's fault, but he is their AIDS baby. A great performance though by everyone in that cast. Andrew, I don't know why Andrew is not into that movie. It is great use of technology. Tom Hanks getting to meets Nixon and Kennedy, I think, through movie magic. Yeah. Plays ping pong against the Chinese, invents the smiley face. Yeah. And have you seen Pulp Fiction? Are you a Pulp Fiction person? Are you a Tarantino fan?
Of course. I went to UC Santa Cruz. Come on.
Fantastic. So you often just go around in the t-shirt and shorts and try to look like John Travolta? That would be a good Halloween costume too. If you dressed up as Sam Jackson. All right, best motion picture, musical or comedy went to The Lion King. Beating out Four Weddings and a Funeral. And yeah. Did you watch The Circle of Life? The Lion King? The movie that has way too many suggestive looks from a female lion into the camera.
Is this a new rendition?
No, I mean the original. This is the 1994 Lion King, the cartoon.
What? Suggestive looks from Nala?
Do you not remember when Nala and Simba, adult Nala and Simba are playing around in the jungle, and then it starts to go into "Can you feel the love tonight?" and she's just like all eyebrows and
That song though.
Oh yeah. Sir,
I'm doing the musical score for. Yeah, I mean,
how could you
for that one?
How could you not fall in love with a tigress? Nope, lioness. She has the eyes. I am after this. I am sending you the gif of the eyebrows. She does the look.
Wasn't John Oliver the bird too?
John Oliver was the bird in the new one.
Oh gosh, darn it.
In the old one, I want to say it was. Where is it? I thought I knew it off the top of my head. I don't. So I'm looking at the cast, and it is. Well, Matthew Broderick was adult Simba. Jonathan Taylor Thomas was young Simba.
What happened to him?
I know, right?
From the 90s.
Rowan Atkinson was Zazu, so that would be Mr. Bean, or if you're nasty, Blackadder. Yeah, great voice cast. Andrew and I, we recently did a boot or reboot segment on Lion King 2, Simba's Pride, or Mufasa, the Lion King, where he had to decide between would he rather watch the new Lion King 2 or the old Lion King 2. And I don't remember if he ever made a real decision on that. We also learned that Simba's daughter, Kiara, was played by Jay-Z and Beyonce's daughter. I don't remember her name. Back to best performance in a motion picture. Tom Hanks wins for Forrest Gump against Morgan Freeman in The Shawshank Redemption. Ooh.
Yeah, that was a tough call.
Yeah, and John Travolta in Pulp Fiction.
What a good year for movies.
Out of all the people in Pulp Fiction, John Travolta was the one that got nominated for Best Actor.
Right.
Interesting. Jessica Lange.
Stand out.
I guess, yeah. I guess he and Uma Thurman. I guess he had the most through lines in the film.
Zed's dead.
That was Bruce Willis.
Yeah.
Can you do the dance?
I sure can. If I do the dance, it's a whole other question.
All right. Best performing actor in a musical comedy went to Hugh Grant for Four Weddings and a Funeral, beating out Jim Carrey, The Mask, and Johnny Depp and Ed Wood. Arnold Schwarzenegger and Jr. Jamie Lee Curtis wins for True Lies. Ooh, another Arnold flick. Beating out Annie McDowell in Four Weddings and a Funeral. Gina Davis, Emma Thompson. Yeah. Martin Landau wins for Ed Wood for supporting actor. Diane West wins in supporting actresses. Oh, Samuel L. Jackson was nominated for supporting actor for Pulp Fiction. Gary Sinise for Forrest Gump. Dan. Yeah. Uma Thurman got beat out in Pulp Fiction. Robin Wright as Jenny.
Okay.
Robert Zemeckis wins for Best Director for Forrest Gump. Tarantino gets Best Screenplay for Pulp Fiction. Hans Zimmer gets Best Original Score for Lion King. Elton John wins for Best Original Song with Can You Feel the Love Tonight, beating himself out for Circle of Life. And Best Foreign Language Film is Farinelli from Belgium. Good way to end that one, Brandon. Thoughts on the 52nd Golden Globes, Rachel?
That was a good year for movies. Did we really have no... Okay, so we have no Jamie Lee Curtis at all in 1994, or...
That was she won for True Lies.
Oh, okay, that was 1994.
Yeah.
Weird movie.
Yeah, Eliza Dushku was the kid. Arnold Schwarzenegger was the get to the chopper. Secret agent. Was True Lies the one with Tom Arnold?
Yeah, the governor.
Arnold Schwarzenegger? No, Tom Arnold, the backup. Tia Carrera's in it. Maybe this isn't the one with Eliza Dushku. Anyway, yeah, Eliza Dushku was the kid. Anyway, this is usually the time where we would go over to the Naming 90s Minute, but we haven't done that in a few months. And yeah, so we're going to finish out the show with a BuzzFeed quiz. Rachel, would you rather choose 13 fast food questions that will separate millennials from Gen Zers, or would you rather prove that you grew up in the 90s?
Surprise me.
Oh, let's have fun, and together we can prove that we grew up in the 90s. Because we should have a similar knowledge pool. All right, the first question says, you wake up in the morning and throw Now That's What I Call Music Volume 1 into your Discman. Which of these songs was not featured on the CD? Bop by Hanson, The Way by Fastball, or You're Still the One by Shania Twain?
Oh, shit. It's going to be You're Still the One.
Yeah? Yeah, that's right. Okay, let's put it in. It doesn't tell us yet. Oh, that's uncool. That's
second album. That was not from the first album.
Okay. I believe you. I remember Fastball and Hanson being on that. So next up, you go to your closet and grab a comfy pair of animal print pants. What were those called again? Were they Zubaz, Jinkos, or Skids? Yeah.
The Jinkos?
No, Jinkos were the big jeans, parachute pants jeans. Hi, Strider. So these were the what's his name? They're animal print. They're I think they're Zubaz. You want to go with that?
Yeah, I mean, I have no idea.
Number 3, you run downstairs and grab some breakfast. Which of these cereals was not available in the 90s? Was it French Toast Crunch, Oreo O's, or Captain Crunch Choco Donuts?
Whoa, I have no idea. Oreo O's?
So I know French Toast Crunch was. Do you remember Choco Donuts?
No.
Because I vaguely remember Oreo O's being in the 90s.
Okay, let's go with the chocolate doughs.
Okay. Number 4, you wash breakfast down with a refreshing bottle of Snapple Elements. Which of these was not a real flavor? I don't remember these at all. Sun, ground, or rain. The picture they show velocity, volcano, voltage, diet air, and spark. So
what were they called?
Snapple Elements. So we have as options sun, ground, and rain.
Weird. I'm gonna go ground.
Okay, let's do ground. We're on the same team.
Yeah.
As you're riding the bus to school, you pretend you're listening to Offspring's Americana, which
the album.
yeah, which was not a track on the album. Original Prankster, Pretty Fly for a White Guy, or Why Don't You Get a Job?
What's your guess?
I want to say. Well, I don't remember what Original Prankster is, but I feel like Pretty Fly for a White Guy was on a different album, but I don't know.
I think. Okay, so I think Pretty Fly is on it, and I feel like it's Why Don't. What was the other one?
Original Prankster.
I think it's that one.
Okay. Number 6, you're actually listening to the latest boy band. Which of these was a real 90s boy band? TKO, Forever, but the V is actually a tilde? No, a
Forever.
triangle sign. And the last one is LFO.
Oh man. LFO has had like a rough. Of the 3 bandmates, I think 2 have passed.
Oh no.
Real fast. So it's not them.
Well, no, which one was a real boy band?
Oh.
So it was that.
I feel like yeah.
Really?
It's like some girl.
Oh yeah. No. LFO was real in 90s. It was I like girls that wear Abercrombie and Fitch.
Oh, yeah, I one wish. Yep.
Something at the summer.
In the summertime, it's gotta go on. Wow.
Classic. Number 7, you're pretending to pay attention in math class, but you're actually just playing games on your TI-83 Plus. Which of these was not a TI-83 game? Rotation, Drug Wars, or Block Dude?
It's got to be Drug Wars, right? Also, who put games on their 83?
I put games on my TI-84 Plus.
Cool people things.
Which is why I know that Drug Wars was a game.
Damn.
I think Rotation was not. Because Block Dude was yeah. Although, if I'm wrong, I'm going to look like an idiot. 8, lunchtime. Which of these soft drinks was not available in the 90s? Josta, Surge, or Mountain Dew Code Red?
It's going to be Surge. Isn't Surge new?
I thought Surge was in the 90s. Surge was middle school, so that's the cusp. I don't know if it came out before. I feel like Code Red was the last one to come out.
Okay.
Yeah. I know for a fact that I bought Surge in middle school, but that was 2001.
I don't drink soda.
Okay. I'm going to go Code Red then. On your way home, your friend tells you all about the new Jonathan Taylor Thomas movie. Which of these movies were they definitely not talking about? Jungle to Jungle, Tom and Huck, Man of the House. I think I know.
Is it Man of the House?
Ooh, I was going to say Jungle to Jungle because I thought Jungle to Jungle was Tim Allen and the other kid.
Okay, I believe that. I'm mixing it up because they were in the other show.
Yeah. We could at least both agree that he was Tom Sawyer.
Yes, I mean, obviously.
All right. You stop to trade Pokemon with your friends using your Game Link cable. Which of these is not one of the original starting Pokemon? Pikachu, Squirtle, Bulbasaur, Charmander.
Damn it. Hold on. You know this.
Of course I know this.
On me. So it's definitely not Pikachu. It's Bulbasaur. It's Charmander. Squirtle.
It's the one you said is definitely not.
Pikachu?
It's Pikachu. Yeah. Because Pikachu is just in the show. a starting Pokemon because the other 3 were taken. Oh my god, more video games. How many questions are there? We might need to speed through this faster. 18. We're on 11. Can you hang in with me?
Yep.
All right. You get home from school and play some N64. Which of these is not a playable character in the game GoldenEye? Oddjob, Dr. No, or Uramov?
Oh, I don't remember. That's all you.
I believe it was Dr. No. Uramov was the Soviet general, and everyone hated when you played as Oddjob because his character model was short, so you couldn't shoot him if you were tall.
Wow.
Time to watch some Nickelodeon. Which one of these is an actual team name on Legends of the Hidden Temple? The Purple Parrots, the Green Gorillas, or the Red Tigers?
Like,
Which?
all of those are likely. Red Tigers seem real.
Well, I think they were alliterative, so not Red Tigers.
Okay, let's go. Yeah, Red Tigers is out.
So Purple Parrots or Green Gorillas?
Oh, which one is the real one?
Yes.
Green Gorillas.
I'm gonna have to say I think it was the Purple Parrots, Rachel.
We lied. That was my first guess.
I agree. I think that was your first guess. Oh, awesome. Double Dare's on. What's the host name again?
Double Dare. I don't. It was that.
Was it Mike O'Malley, Mark Summers, or Summer Sanders?
Mike O'Malley.
I think it was Mark Summers. Sorry, I watched too much Nickelodeon as a child.
It's cool. I default to you.
Okay. Mike O'Malley was the other one. You want to watch a movie before your parents get home, and Space Jam just came out on VHS. What were the bad guys in that movie called? The Foul Lines, the Rocks with 2 X's, or the Monstars?
The Monstars. That's one I got. Oh man,
Woo!
it's so good to get one.
Friday night means it's time for TGIF on ABC. Which of these was not a family on a 90s sitcom? The Tanners, the Winslows, or the Cunninghams?
Winslows.
The Tanners, the Winslows, or the Cunninghams?
Okay.
90s.
Which one was not?
Which one was not? So Tanners from Full House, Winslows from
Okay, the Cunnings, whatever. Hams.
Cunninghams from Happy Days. The Winslows were from Steve Urkel.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Can I do that?
Yeah. All right, 3 more questions. Have to get up early if you want to watch all the Saturday morning cartoons. Which of these movies was not turned into a cartoon? The Addams Family, Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure, or Home Alone?
You ever have a Home Alone cartoon?
Yeah, I don't remember a Home Alone cartoon.
Let's do it.
All right. 17. Your friends come over looking for a water gun fight. Which of these was an actual Super Soaker product? The Super Soaker Man, the Super Soaker 210, or the Super Soaker Balloon Blaster? We even did a special on Super Soakers that we called it Fill, Pump, and Blast. And out of these 3, I think it's the 210, but the 210 doesn't sound like any of the numbers that I remember.
Says it's not like the other. Let's do it. 210.
210? Okay. It could be the Balloon Blaster. And finally, another long Saturday night, or another long Saturday is behind you. Time to watch some Saturday Night Nick. Which of these shows was not a part of the SNCC lineup? Are You Afraid of the Dark, Salute Your Shorts, or Clarissa Explains It All?
Was it? It's gonna be Clarissa, right?
That was not a part of it. I think. Sorry.
Read the question one more time.
Okay. Another long Saturday is behind you. Time to watch some Saturday Night Nick. Which of these was not part of the SNCC lineup? Are You Afraid of the Dark, Salute Your Shorts, or Clarissa Explains It All?
Yeah, I mean, it's between Salute Your Shorts and Clarissa, but like, what would be more of a nighttime television show? I guess maybe Clarissa is more so than Salute Your Shorts, which would be more daytime, theoretically, I guess. It's definitely not Nick at Night, though.
I
Or,
just, yeah, I think, I think it's just the era, because Are You Afraid of the Dark and Clarissa, I think, were on at the same time, whereas Salute Your Shorts was like pre Nicktoons. It was like Pete and Pete era, before they did Snick. That's what I
well,
remember.
well,
Do
fine.
Yeah? Are you sure?
Salute Your Shorts.
All right. Rachel, we scored 100% better than all other quiz takers. We got 17 out of 18.
Oh, wow.
We did well.
Which one did we get wrong?
Super Soaker 210, or yeah. The Super Soaker Man was the one.
Oh, man, we should have known.
Yeah.
The Super Soaker Man.
They was looking for the actual product. That was.
I knew that was such an obvious name for a Super Soaker.
Oh, I don't remember that at all. Well, yeah. Any final thoughts for this episode?
I think that was a good wrap. 17 out of 18. Some braggable scores right there. I feel good about it.
Yeah, we did well. And that's it for this week's edition of Namely 90s. Remember, you can find new episodes out every Monday. Find us on Instagram, Bluesky, and YouTube at Namely 90s with a 90s, and tell us what you want us to talk about on future episodes. If you'd like to support the show, please check out our Patreon at patreon.com/Namely90s, also with a 90s. And finally, you can contact us through our website, Namely90s.com. It's true, it works now. Please subscribe to us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube, Audible, Salute Your Shorts, Pocket Cast, Castbox, iHeart, Good Pods, and wherever you get your podcasts from. I'm Brandon. That's Rachel, and we'll catch you, or I'll catch you, next time.
House.